Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Hollywood Arcade. I'm Steven. For today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Star Wars again, because I think after January 15th, my focus is going to be primarily on creating content around the series WandaVision, premiering on Disney+. And, you know, what's going on in Star Wars, it seems these days, is a divide over at Lucasfilm between the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, and the faction of George Lucas loyalists, i.e. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, an example of their work obviously being The Mandalorian. And I just want to give my 2 cents on the subject, because really it seems like the fan base is kind of split into 2 different groups, and I just kind of would like to take a moment to weigh in on the subject and give you guys my perspective, and hopefully you'll find it entertaining and helpful. So if you like Star Wars, please sit back, relax, and here is the video. Imagine, if you will, being a little kid, and one of the first examples that you have for something that is superhuman is Luke Skywalker in The Return of the Jedi. My family had a home VHS recording of the film, and seeing Luke fighting his own father on the second Death Star, leaping impossibly from ground to catwalk with his green saber ignited, refusing to give in to anger, and, in the end, turning the tide against evil through the willingness to make the ultimate sacrifice and lay down his own life, roused a sense of wonder in me that would stick with me. A subconscious reminder of what a hero is and how they behave. Fast forward 20 years or so, and I sit in the theater with my family waiting to see Luke's return in The Force Awakens. While the movie didn't have much Luke, it still held fast to the memory of his deeds, the impact of his character, and his fighting spirit. This dialogue gives me goosebumps every time.
It's true. The Force, the Jedi. All of it. It's all true.
The idea that someone who had defeated the Emperor had gone from hero to myth in the minds of the galaxy was fitting and appropriate. I believed Episode 7 was a great jumping off point. We saw older versions of the characters I grew up with, serving feasible roles in the galaxy far, far away, and it seemed right, with the ultimate cliffhanger and all. So, fast forward a couple of years, and I'm in the theater again, poised with high expectation. This is where we get to see just how powerful Luke has become. What must he be thinking to see his father's lightsaber after so long a time, especially after its violent separation from him?
What the fuck?
The version of the galactic hero shown is unrecognizable to me. A living legend whose deeds have cemented him in modern mythology has run away to seclude himself on an island because, after training his nephew, saw a possible outcome where the kid turns to the dark side and comes to the conclusion that murdering him in his sleep might be the best way to go. What? The same guy who never gave up on his belief that there was still good in the baddest bad guy ever, his father, Darth Vader? The same guy who refused to strike down the Emperor in anger because it was the wrong thing to do? Bullshit. I was robbed of the proper return of a true hero. His legacy was reduced to a sad, scared old man who hid himself away from the galaxy. The only thing the most powerful Jedi in existence does of value in this movie is act as bait, a mere illusion, a distraction, and that's all. No, that's not Luke Skywalker. The writer of that screenplay made a decision for the character based on what he believed philosophically as behavior of true Jedi. Yet the duty of the Jedi is to keep the balance in the Force, not to shut themselves off from it and leave the galaxy to suffer the machinations of the dark side. This is the work of Kathleen Kennedy, a person who inherited the colossal task of helming the Star Wars ship. And this shadow, this weak representation of the most important Skywalker in the Skywalker saga, is the clear indication that she does not know how to captain this ship. And so we have The Mandolorian. Here's a show that takes its cues not only from George Lucas's Star Wars, but the things that influenced Lucas in the first place. Take this scene here. Lucas was inspired by samurai and Western movies, which are genres that influenced each other. And the scene where we have a simultaneous sword and gun duels is the love letter to the spirit of Star Wars that I was looking for. The cherry on top? Here is Luke Skywalker.
I will give my life to protect the child.
I will give my life to protect the child. That is Luke Skywalker. I don't know what Kathleen Kennedy and her band of social justice warriors are doing. You think Star Wars is your ticket, your platform to preach your beliefs to the masses? Well, it's not, goddammit. This is part of our cultural fabric. And what's wrong with the hero we had anyway? Why deviate from principles laid down from the decades of hard work of the thousands that came before you? To fight the patriarchy and push your beliefs on the audience? Fine, whatever, do that. But it doesn't look like the sales figures are giving you any indication that what you're working on and what you're working towards is of any value. Now, that's not to say that I disagree with the message. And maybe if it was done with some tact and done well and not so heavy-handed, it would be more successful. In closing, I have missed Star Wars for a long time. And seeing Luke eviscerate a platoon of dark troopers was a reminder that the galaxy far, far away that I remember isn't totally gone. This video is my prayer that it won't disappear again. Well, that's it for me today here at the Hollywood Arcade. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel and maybe hit the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I come out with a new video. And if you didn't like the video, please hit the dislike button or let me know down in the comments. I'd love to get into a discussion about Star Wars with you. It's one of my favorite topics. Thanks again for stopping by the Hollywood Arcade. I'm Steven, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.